say that you look a lot like grandmother did in her youth. She was born in wartime. She grew up in these swamps, and she lived her entire life, 105 summers, without having to step foot once on the white man's road. Elders would say that we need you now to speak on our behalf. You're going to take our message beyond the horizon. You have to pick up the pen and speak foreign tongues, and you have to tread rough paths that shimmer in the heat. Out and shared with the world. People are looking at Everglades restoration to be inspired. There's great work that is being done here, even in things like technology and science. They're testing new methods and applying the lessons that they're learning here in Everglades restoration around the world. So that's why we're trying to build a community that's concerned with Everglades matters, because it's something that has a benefit for everybody. And we live here too, but we also want to share what is the beauty of this place with the world too. So what he would be doing is that he was trying to collect different parts of the body and use it for a dark purpose to change the shape of the person, the figure, the shapeshifter. So this is the kind of guy that was murdering the people in this community. And so the medicine men and the medicine women wanted to find out who was doing this, but also to solve or get rid of this problem at the same time, using the magic and the ceremonies of the Miccosukee. So they found out that this was the place where he was doing these ceremonies, because they found the remains of the people here. So this was a dark way of going about to acquire power and to do shape-shifting magic, because there's other ways that you can do it in a way that is not so dark. But that's what he was doing. So the medicine men and medicine women found out who was doing it, and also got rid of him at the same time. And so that was what he was doing with these little pots, is he was cooking those parts of the body. And so that was like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago. More recently, my great-great-great-grandparents came back to this island and found that this was the place that they were talking about in the stories, because of the little pots that they found here. Where the little pots sit is where we are here. But over time, the medicine men and medicine women came and cleaned up the land spiritually, and it also became a place for really, really good ceremonies. So one of the most important ceremonies that we have during the year is kind of like for our New Year celebration, happens around May and June. And so over time, this was the site for that. They would put up a pole in the middle of the ground here, where they would play the stickball games, kind of like lacrosse. So they have all of these games going on during the day. At night, all the different clans and different communities would come and have dancing and feasting. So they would share food, and they would do different kinds of dancing. In the poem, I was talking about the chicken dance. It's a pretty fun dance. My mom and my grandma like this dance because you get to hold the hand of your partner and dance around. So it's a little way of making friends. Rites of passage happen at the ceremony. So this is where the boys take on new responsibilities and new names and become a part of the men's society. many weddings have happened here.
Mm-hmm.
And so over time, this has become a place for really beautiful events. My family lives here. This is my mom's cabin. So that's a little bit of the history of this place. And so for us in this movement, this Love the Everglades movement, it's also an artistic movement, a political movement. We want to use the science of the environment, and we also want it to be a spiritual movement. So we like to have different prayer ceremonies for the water. We're looking to connect with other communities and organizations. And so I think that's a really good place to have a sort of meeting like this, here in a place where we've come together for so many years for healing and for ceremony. So that's what we've been up to. And that's what this particular place is for. We're coming together and making new friends.